I'm just so proud of really all of them. We got a kicker, seriously, and can't believe we had the opportunity to execute on that part of our game as well. But so proud of this team all the way around. A lot of firsts out there, but we played a lot of players. That's good from my perspective. The more guys were sitting there, young linemen like Richardson on the offensive line. A lot of guys got a lot of snaps.
Jerry Jones, Jerry, 2 straight games now, no turnovers. How important is that?
Well, I think it says a lot about our coaching, and it's an emphasis. I can't say enough about how Mike has prepared this team the last 2 weeks, how he came out of training camp, and so give him a really extraordinary amount of credit here, Mike McCarthy. And of course, he's doing a great job leading that coaching staff. But as I said earlier, he's the businessman in North Texas because he's calling the plays and doing the offense plus doing the coaching. But seriously, he'd be the first to tell you, he got a lot of help in there. I'm proud of this whole group. We've got our fans should. I am really excited about what's ahead of us.
Dak vowed less interceptions this year after 15 last year. What have you liked that you've seen from him?
Well, I think obviously he's getting that ball out quick. I like what we're asking him to do and not do. All of the things that we had hoped to kind of chip away, if you will, at a total picture offensively of how to improve his, if you will, his ability just to be Dak and go out there and do what he does well and plus lead. And I think we're seeing that. To me, I don't know about you, but he looks very comfortable out there. He doesn't look like we're having to labor to get to certain plays. They look set up. I think we hats off to today to the offensive side of the ball. And, of course, we've got to give Levin and that crew their due as well.
You mentioned 11 Parsons with 2 more sacks. The strip nearly had himself a touchdown. What do you think of the way he started this season?
Well, I think you can't deny, be trite not to deny his excellent, inordinate skill level. But what forces me to point out is how hard he works and how driven he is. He is just literally an overachieving great player. And he's handling every nuance of how to get better, every part of it, the mental. He does it on and off the field. He's really a real example, and it's great to see him, and everybody sees it, pay off for him in production.
Jerry, you've outscored these 2 New York teams 70-10. How good do you feel about this team where you are right now?
Well, I like we've done it in a different ways. And so that's good. I do feel very good about that. I think we've seen a lot of the fundamentals of our team, special teams, offense, defense, certain things have that we're putting in, that we put in, if you will. We're trying, we're using them. Of course, that's kind of interesting how many times we ran that 20 right at the end of the ball game out there. Right at the end, but I guess he needed to get his carries in. But anyway, I've just liked the way the team is being managed.
What's your level of concern about the left guard position with Chuma Udoka getting hurt today?
Well, I don't know that the extent of that. I'm not thinking that it's serious at this time. Nothing I heard in there would indicate seriousness. Anything takes him off the field because we, like everybody else, need our depth in the offensive line. Hopefully helps on the way back with Smith. And so I'm looking at it from that standpoint. We had at least 2 of our young guys really play well out there tonight. Really play well. And that'll serve us well in the immediate future.
How is Zach?
Aubrey today, your kicker?
Well, I think we've got us a kicker. And that's a far cry from missing that first I think, extra point that we started the season off with. But I'm the kind of guy that'll hang in there with them. No, seriously, I'm pleased for him, pleased for our team. But that was that was everything you want to for a kicker to experience, and still let us have, as a young kicker, a lot to look forward to.
Zach Martin left early. Is there any concern?
He doesn't seem to be. I visited with him. He seems to be okay.
Thoughts on Pollard? Obviously, there's talk about could he carry a full load, and obviously he had a career high in carries.
Yeah, and I thought there at the end that we might not have had him in there as much, but the coach knows what he's doing, and I defer to that.
How's Sharif Floyd? That was a little scare there on the sideline with him fainting.
Yeah, and I didn't notice that really that chain of events out there. Yeah, can't comment.
Could this start have been any better, these 2 games for you guys?
Have what?
Could these 2 games gone any better for you guys?
Well, from the standpoint of winning the scores, but I like how much we're getting to play a lot of our depth, and it's out there a lot, and that's going to pay off for us because we're going to need it. Everybody needs it. So we've got a lot of depth playing out there these last 2 ball games. That's good.
When's the last time you felt this good about one of your teams after 2 games?
Well, I am guarded because obviously you've been in this thing as long as I have. You know that you can have this thing turn on you. But I fundamentally like where we are. We were able to get through our training camp. We didn't play the key starters. Now then, we've got 2 games under our belt. They have played a lot of reps. These guys, that's good. We look to be, knock on wood, pretty good shape relative to our injury as we go past into the 3rd game. I'll take it.
Any thoughts on the lawsuit from Jim Trotter and the league?
No, it's some of the representation is not accurate. It's just not accurate. But I do and want to and have worked very hard to get minority ownership in the NFL. Spent a lot of time on it, and I'm all for that, of course. And Jim's a friend, and I think a lot of him. And I hate that we've got some litigation, and hopefully we will address all of that. But the overall the overall concern, I would say, is just not accurate.